Alright. Hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between Happy versus Focus, this time taking place here on Last Refuge. As well, people have been asking for, I've added a little bit more of a ticker over there on the top left. If someone wants to create an official overlay for me, hiding like the quest and the menu and the log, and I could actually be able to like put more stuff going on here and want to clean up my overlay, I would greatly appreciate it. I know someone did it for me the last time around, and then, well, they enabled widescreen without changing the aspect ratio of the real game. So that is why we're looking at it now this way. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down in this matchup. Happy is over here as the red undead player on the bottom left-hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Focus is the yellow orc over here on the top right. Happy versus Focus in this 1v1, and we'll see if we're going to be sticking to the Blade Master versus Death Knight matchup. We are looking at a, well, pretty standard timing on that Altar of Darkness. It is going to be a Blade Master and Death Knight. No surprises there. And part of me wonders, like, do I need to like redraw my everything else here in just a second? Let's take a look at this. Wait, what's going on? Oh, yep, see, all of a sudden, my chat box was just a little bit off, and now, there you go. Alright, chat on screen froze, if you can read this. I think I realized the chat froze, so I went and fixed it. Hopefully it does look better now, as we're looking at the barracks, Voodoo Lounge, everything froze for some strange reason. Not that I can really explain anything, but at least I have a way to interact with the viewers again. Anyways, glad that I got that all taken care of in the first 2 minutes of everything, as we are going into Grunts, Voodoo Lounge, Blade Master. I don't know if someone posted already, but this is League Season 2 Qualifier Grand Final. Well, thank you very much. I am going to be casting, I think I have some more of these games. This is not nice. Now we are talking. Alright, Altar of Darkness, Death Knight now making its rounds out. Graveyard, we should be looking at some Crypt Fiends joining in here, as I'm trying to focus on the game and looking to see where things are going to be going and try to make those, you know, insightful views for you. Focus picking up Claws of Attack +6 and just pretty much doing the early creeping strategy that the Blade Master wants. He wants to pick up those strong items, and even though the Blade Master in the previous game that I cast was able to get a lot of survivability items, those rune bracers for example, he wasn't able to get the necessary items to actually help him burst down units. Claws of Attack, Gloves of Haste, those particular items really help out much more, and not being able to get to level 4 as well to get triple damage on those critical strikes really set him back. Meanwhile, back off to the north here, Death Knight wandering around. Blade Master is right around the corner with already +8 attack. As the Blade Master now makes its way back down here. Death Knight, well, those units are going to get finished off very quickly to prevent the Blade Master from getting any bonus experience there, as Focus is just using this opportunity to go after creeps and pick up their powerful items. By using those healing salves, which is a very effective regeneration on a single target, that Blade Master can take a large amount of damage and then just get healed off for only about 33 gold. Back across the other way, Forest Troll Trapper about to get finished off here. Meanwhile, Death Knight is going to be able to get to level 2 and should be moving around the map very quickly. Happy's idea and focusing, using the skeletal minions to try and clear out creep camps, is going to allow the Death Knight to, well, just try and figure out where exactly that Blade Master is and try and slow him down. Blade Master going after the Null Assassin here. You can still see plenty of charges on that Blade Master, as the Grunt and the Death Knight now joining in. A big 100-point critical strike right there, as the Blade Master tries to save that Grunt by getting him back up onto the high ground. Alright, creeps all cleared up right there. There is a little bit of attack. I believe that was a miss by the Null Warden, as the Death Knight now shows up to the party. Blade Master going to be coming in for the steal. Does it get the steal right there? No, it does not. Death Knight coil for the denial, as the Death Knight gets away once more. Tech to tier 2 about completed on both sides, as Focus will most likely be going for that Shadow Hunter again. Can the Blade Master get the necessary items to burst down damage and get enough experience? That is going to be incredibly important. Do you remember Lin versus 120 GG after 2 minutes? I don't remember that, as we're looking at the Nightcrawler getting finished off right here. Nightcrawler going to get taken down. Meanwhile, some of the Murloc Huntsmen as well. Meanwhile, the Death Knight actually clearing out a relatively difficult orange creep camp only at level 2 with the help of some skeletal minions, and the Crypt Fiends focus firing. Now, this is a common mistake that a lot of new players make on this particular map, is that they don't try to fight up all on level ground. By trying to fight from the low ground to the high ground, since it is rather tight quarters, you end up doing significantly less damage because those Crypt Fiends are in fact missing their target. Forest Troll Berserker looking to head back away. You can take a look. This Forest Troll High Priest, wait for the inner fire to dissipate and then go back in with significantly less mana on that Ogre Mauler there. Blade Master is sitting at level 3, and these items have to bode well for him. Hello, Maurice. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Grunts now making their way back off to the north here. Where are they going to be traveling to? And are they going to be able to stop much of what's going on? Shadow Hunter creeping away from all of the action. That's incredibly important, as the Blade Master just wants to try and delay some of the creeping here. If he can perhaps take down a Crypt Fiend or two, that could be a very, very dangerous proposition, as you can take Frost Armor now being added here. Lich up on the high ground, as the Crypt Fiend already down to 131 hit points. Blade Master gonna make its way over there, not find it though, not realizing that the Crypt Fiend is back at home. All right, are we gonna see a reveal right there? Blade Master trying to run around in a circle, does get revealed. That Dust of Appearance, revealing the location by what Dust of Appearance always does. Shadow Hunter now sitting at level 2. Healing Wave plus Hex going to be important, as the Hex is, fortunate enough to shut down any sort of healing. If you're able to prevent that Death Knight from getting level 3, that is going to really delay things up, as the Shadow Hunter does arrive to the party. Blade Master trying to clear out some of those units, unable to do so. Is he going to be able to finish this off there? As you can take a look, that Ogre Magi already down to 132 hit points. A Death Coil, no, Windwalk Strike does finish it off, as you see him pick up a Wand of Mana Stealing after selling an item. Healing Wave trying to keep that Shadow Hunter alive. 220 hit points, will be able to head back here, as the Shadow Hunter most likely waiting for another Healing Wave. A second Healing Wave, keeping up not only the Blade Master but the Shadow Hunter to keep that pressure on and keep that Death Knight away from level 3. If you're able to keep that Death Knight away from level 3, you do have an incredible advantage. And no, this is still patch 129. Shadow Hunter finishing off the Forest Troll Trapper. A 70-point critical, or a bonus strike followed by a 100-point critical strike. That follow-up damage so important, as the Tome of Intelligence now goes on to that Shadow Hunter here. Are we perhaps going to see a Wand of Mana Stealing away from that Death Knight? Healing Wave once again going after that unit. There is a Death Coil. No Wand of Mana Stealing onto that Death Knight earlier, or perhaps it was already used, as the beautiful Obsidian statue getting in the way of the Grunt to prevent any retreating. All right, problems already lining up once again. Focus taking significantly more damage, as an Obsidian statue could get taken down. No easy way to burst heal that, as that gets taken down there. But at what cost? Is the Raider going to be able to get away? No, it is not. Lich and Dark Ranger finish off that attack there. That -5 armor, or -4 armor, causing, well, all sorts of problems once again. All right, -5 armor and bonus damage of 5. So that is significantly more. That unit taking 22% extra damage. That is, well, very high indeed. Let's take a look at what all of the follow-up is going to be. Let's go ahead and take that down. Forest Troll Trapper is going to go ahead and get lost right there, and Tome of Agility getting picked up again. Lich has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Potion of Greater Healing, and an Orb of Corruption. Happy is in the great position right now to just completely roll over Focus, who is still playing a dangerous game of catch-up. Tauren Chieftain did go for Endurance Aura first, meaning that the Blade Master should be able to attack much more quickly. He needs to get an Orb of Lightning, most likely, and he does round that out. the perfect set of items for that Blade Master. Shadow Hunter wants to get to level 3. Tauren Chieftain obviously wants to get to level 2 to have some sort of ability to join in on the fight, make use of that precious mana. Alright, Tauren Chieftain gonna look to finish off the Ogre Mauler there. Orb of Lightning removing that Bloodlust, importantly, as the Shadow Hunter and Tauren Chieftain. Shadow Hunter does get to level 3 and the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 2, and all of a sudden the Orc army looks significantly stronger. Lich is sitting at 2, Death Knight is sitting at 3, Dark Ranger is, well, hiding behind a rock golem. A good place to hide if you have to hide one, as long as he doesn't sit down, as the Death Knight looking to finish off the remainder of this, well, Forest Troll creep camp now. Hi Lane, how you doing? Crypt Fiends, command or giving an additional 10% damage. Meanwhile, back at the other end, Shadow Hunter purposely going to be going after the Ogre Lord. Do we have an ensnare possibly onto that Ogre Lord to prevent him from retreating? Yes, you do. Ogre Lord going to drop a big item. Once again, Blade Master is going to finish him off. Medallion of Courage picked up by, was that the Shadow Hunter? Yes. A beautiful item now transferred over to the Tauren Chieftain, who now uses strength and intelligence. That's exactly what he wants, but the Blade Master now being forced to retreat here as the Death Knight joining in. Alright, could this turn into a potential creepjack? Who's going to win out on this fight? Blade Master gets to level 4. Big bonus indeed. Also plus 17 damage. Kodo Beast, is it going to push it higher? No, already had a Kodo Beast bonus. Watchtower going to get constructed as the remainder of this creep camp getting cleared up. It is going to be a 4-2-2 going up against a 4-3-2 right now. Blade Master having a slight advantage here, but then again, well, let's see how this is all going to follow up. Watchtower taking a bit of damage. Fortified armor is difficult for the Undead army with magic and piercing damage. A couple of grunts or ghouls in that front line. Blade Master getting silenced here as the Shadow Hunter does get off some big heals. Alright, there is some missing. The curses from those Banshees causing problems as the Blade Master joins in on the fight to finish off those Banshees there. Blade Master, Tauren Chieftain pushing extremely heavily as we see a Scroll of the Speed try to prevent the Kodo Beast, and they're able to come in, dine and dash, so to speak, as the Tauren Chieftain has the Ankh of Incarnation, will come back in. Alright, there's the Dust of Appearance. Blade Master is right there. Has the Potion of Invulnerability. Tauren Chieftain gonna come back across. Is gonna throw down a Stomp. Yes, it does. More damage being dealt. Potion of Invulnerability now being used by the Blade Master. And this fight is gonna go very heavily in favor of the Tauren Chieftain, who is back in action, ready to just continue to finish off more units. A beautiful save once again, as we are going to be looking at a low hit point Crypt Fiend getting taken down. Blade Master now being forced to retreat. Watchtower being forced to retreat here. Kodo Beast getting stuck right there as the Grunts now looking to back up once again. Watchtower going to get cleared out. Focus at 49/60, but unable to hold the line even with a Watchtower acting as support. Tauren Chieftain, when he first died, had a large amount of mana. If he had perhaps thrown down a stomp or two before he died, one or two more stomps before he died, that fight could have gone a completely different way. An extra healing wave could have gone, well, could have gone the distance. Alright, Watchtower is now gone, but we have indeed, well, a Pocket Great Hall ready to use. Tiny Great Hall ready to use for a possible expansion attempt. Why else you would buy a Tiny Great Hall, I do not know, so a definite expansion attempt. Is it actually gonna come to pass? Death Knight now has a Talisman of Evasion. There is that Great Hall. Units are trying to get away. This is a bad spot for Focus. Focus getting caught out in the open as that Great Hall is still under construction. Could get taken down before it even gets up. Shadow Hunter, Forest Troll Berserkers trying to come across here. There it is, focusing down on that Banshee. Banshee gets taken down. The Great Hall already low on hit points, but nothing is focusing it down now. Tauren Chieftain does have enough for a Stomp. Is it close enough to any important units? As the, well, you could try and Stomp to try and take that down. There's a Dust of Appearance, finishing off one Crypt Fiend there. But Death Coil onto a fairly high health unit already, as the Peons should be trying to get some repairs going. Death Coil finishes off that Shadow Hunter once more, as the Tauren Chieftain trying to finish off the remaining units here. Alright, let's take a look. Obsidian Statue also lost. Grunts as the 39/70 supply Orc army trying to finish off more and more units. Alright, Blade Master, Potion of Invulnerability. Is it going to be in time? Yes. But, well, he cannot stick around for very long. He needs to get away. What is his plan? 155-point critical strike. Blade Master goes down. And that is going to be the end of that. Without the Blade Master, without the Shadow Hunter, that Blade Master could not stick around for very long. And we saw that there, the Blade Master getting finished. As this is game number 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will probably continue to cast these games tomorrow. Right now, I have the privilege of making dinner for my family. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.